Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Jack Show. I am Dr. Jack Belitz, chiropractor in Omaha.
Hello, I'm Aaliyah, Dr. Jack's assistant.
And together we make up the Ask Dr. Jack Show 2.0.
Yay!
Yay! All right, so go on.
All right, so summer is kind of in full swing now, and
Because Memorial Day is done, and I love to get Memorial Day one because it's usually a cold weekend, which it wasn't this year, but it's like once we get done with that, now we get some nice weather coming our way.
well, yeah, it's been rainy, but so sports injuries, activity injuries, I guess it doesn't really have to be a sport necessarily, but people are outside and being active, and it's the time of year for lots of injuries. So talk a little bit about what you can do to help with those.
That's right. And some of the stuff that you can do at home is very easy, and some stuff we're going to give you some ideas on what you need to know to decide whether or not you need more help with the problem. So first thing that people usually have a problem with is joints. You're out there playing a sport with your kids in the yard or whatever, and maybe you step wrong and your ankle goes crazy, or you're playing softball with your friends and you hit the ball wrong and your wrist goes crazy. Lots of different things there. Now here's the thing, joints are made up of a lot of different things. You've got ligaments that hold the bones together. But basically a joint is where two bones come together. So you got ligaments that hold the bones together, and then you've got muscles, the tendons of muscles actually, that cross that joint that create the movement. All right? So when you injure a joint, any or all of those structures could be damaged. Also, there is a sheath of, it almost looks like saran wrap, that kind of goes over that joint, and it holds some fluid inside that provides lubrication. So that's another problem with potential issue with the joints. So if you have one of those injuries, ice is your absolute best friend.
Right.
Now, important to know how to ice, because if you do icing wrong, you could actually make yourself worse. So recognize that the problem is that when you injure a joint, the body knows it needs to bring things in to heal. So it brings them in by way of something that we call swelling. Now, your body always brings in swelling, and it usually overdoes it. And so what you do is you put ice on something, and then that kind of stops the swelling from coming in there. And if you ever look on the sideline of a football team or whatever, they've got ice all over the place because they know they're going to be using a ton of it during the game. So ice is really important. But if you put the ice directly on your skin, your body's going to freak out because it's going to think, oh my gosh, that skin is going to freeze and get damaged. I need to save it. So it's going to actually bring more swelling, which will bring heat into the area to keep that part of the skin from freezing. So if you do that, you're actually bringing more swelling into the area. So don't do that. But if you put a cloth between the ice bag and your skin, now you're just insulating the cold from penetrating the joint and getting the benefit of the ice. So that doesn't really work either. So what you want to do is you want to take that cloth, you want to moisten it with water, so get it damp, and then put the ice bag on top of the damp cloth and put the damp cloth on the joint of problem. Now if you happen to have sprained a finger, you can actually put it in a bucket of water with some ice, and that's a really great way to ice a joint. It's just, if you've got a knee thing, you don't want to shove your whole body into a bathtub with ice because that would be kind of hard. But anyway, that's a great way to do it too. So that takes care of joints. The next thing, muscle injuries. Again, you could strain a muscle, which I don't know about you, but I've done plenty of those in my life. Running super hard to get to a ball in the tennis court, or trying to make up the distance I lost from the last golf swing. I really try to hit it extra hard and I strain myself. All kinds of things that can create muscle injuries. Muscles are great because they got so much blood. Now, because there's so much blood, they injure a little bit easier, but they will also heal a lot quicker because there's so much blood supply. The trick is rest. You need to make sure that you rest that muscle so that it has the opportunity to heal. I know I was walking my dogs last fall, and it was early in the morning, there was dew on the ground, and it was there all of a sudden there was a rabbit, and my dogs just took off after this rabbit, and they were pulling. They just big jerk, and I went to extend my leg to stop them, and there was dew on the grass, and my leg went out from underneath me, and I will tell you, I was on the ground for probably 5 minutes. Lucky it was like 4:30 in the morning, because somebody would have probably thought I was crazy or something. But I was in so much pain. In fact, the dogs figured it out, and they were actually sitting next to me because I had to let their leashes go. It was so painful, and they knew they screwed up. But anyway, it literally took me about 5 to 6 months to heal from that, because it was so bad, and I was limping on it and everything like that. So it can take a while, and you have to let your body let you know when that time is over. Don't just look at a calendar and say, okay, I'm going to give it 2 weeks or 4 weeks. I mean, different injuries require different amounts of healing time, and you've got to give the body time to heal. At that point, you're going to definitely want to make sure that you have some chiropractic going on. Make sure that you didn't because you want all of that healing available, and if the nerves are not talking to the rest of the body, it's not going to get the healing done as well as it could. So that's an important thing. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is muscle cramps. We get a lot of muscle cramps. You probably experience that every once in a while when you're playing sports.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
biggest problem with muscle cramps, it's almost always dehydration. So on a normal day, you want to make sure that you are drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water. If you're going to be outside in the heat playing sports, you want to take even a little bit more than that. But if you haven't been keeping that moisture going, you can't just drink a whole bunch and expect your body to actually have it ready to use it on the day that you're going to do it. You have to make sure that you're drinking that water on a good basis so that it's there ready to go when you need it.
That's right. Yeah, you can't just catch up.
Yeah, in 2 hours. Oh, I'm going to go play, so I'm going to drink a bunch of water. You know, it'll just lead, your stomach will start cramping, all kinds of things, and then plus the body will never have time to get to where you need it to be in your legs or arms or wherever. So anyway, so hope you guys have a great summer planned with lots of fun activities. These little tips will help you out with that. We are always here for you if you need that help. It's so important to make sure that that nervous system is going. Like this video, that will get it out there for other people to do it. If you've got other friends that do a lot of sports in the summer or have kids and they're going to be doing a lot more activity, share this with them. Let everybody know about this video, because that way it gets out and we get this information out to more people, and they'll have a safer summer. So
That's right. Thanks for watching.
stay healthy, Omaha.